Bengals come back again, just like in Week 17. So what stood out to you in this one, Geoff?
I mean, just that the Kansas City secondary isn't very good. And the Chiefs secondary is actually a lot better than I think people realize. I mean, look, they made the play at the end of the game, right? I mean, the Chiefs win the coin toss. Everyone, the crowd was basically, the crowd was like, we're going to the Super Bowl. We won the coin toss. We're going to the Super Bowl. The game's over. I think some people actually left and bought Super Bowl tickets. But the Bengals secondary, man, I mean, this is a very, very good unit. And they made the plays where it counted. And they're probably going to have to do it again against the Rams because, the Bengals offense is in a tough spot against the Rams, D-line there. And their O-line is still getting up a ton of sacks. So to me, Joe Burrow overcoming his offensive line difficulties was, again, another huge theme in this game. But the other huge theme is that the Bengals defense, especially in that secondary, probably not getting enough credit. Kansas City's still going to be great for years to come. But, man, they've got to be able to plug these holes on defense. They got through 1 year and won the Super Bowl without doing it, with just like a kind of a mediocre defense. They've got to find a way to improve that secondary.
Pearce, what do you think?
Some people scoffed last week when I wanted to talk about Evan McPherson as the first person to mention. Yeah, it doesn't matter in DFS, but if you are betting on the Bengals, if you're playing the money line for the Bengals, Evan McPherson once again helped you cash a nice paycheck. And I would just continue to ride Evan McPherson as long as you can. Also, if we're talking about betting cards, Patrick Mahomes with that interception as predicted. Bengals covering the spread on the road once again. They're going to be underdogs again on the road, so you might as well just keep riding that. And the other takeaway is that Andy Reid should be fired. Not kicking a field goal at the end of the first half was one of the worst coaching, if not the worst coaching calls ever. Not only did they need those points in the end, but you allowed the Bengals to believe in themselves. The Bengals were done. It was over. Reid choked. Mahomes choked again. That's another game that he has lost. He's got great stats, but when it comes to winning the big ones, Mahomes might be one of those guys. That's my takeaway.
That's ridiculous. I mean, he didn't choke last week.
What did he do in the second half?
Whatever.
He lost a lot of yards when he tried to run it.
Can you put some of that on Mahomes there at the end of the first half, though? Seeing that it wasn't there, the play wasn't there. Could have easily spiked the ball, saved a second, then kicked the field goal.
He thought they had a timeout. If you watch that play, after he throws that pass, he tries to call timeout. That's how out of it he was. He didn't know they were out of timeouts. That's a terrible move on his part.
Look, I agree with Pearce's take that, Andy Reid screwed up the game in a lot of ways. And the play calling at the end of the game, too, when they were down to the 4-yard line, what are we doing? Just run the ball, take it down to the 2, and you get one good shot there. But I don't know, calling Patrick Mahomes a choker, it's a little bit out there. This guy has performed. He does have a Super Bowl win. He
won the Super Bowl last year.
He's brought his team to the AFC Conference Championship 4 years in a row. I don't know.
But yeah, so he chokes a lot.